G'day everybody, this is Johan Besser from KariSma Performing Arts. Welcome to the... Hey guys, this is Johan Besser from KariSma Performing Arts. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for clicking on this monthly update. Yeah, I've decided to do a little monthly update video and put it here on my channel so that people can see all the different things that we are up to here at KariSma Performing Arts. So firstly, I want to share with you that you might know that sometime in last year, I think August or something, or July, I can't remember, I launched my Patreon page. And it really took a while before anybody became interested in it. And, I plugged it and I told people about it and nothing happened. But in recent times, I've been able to add a whole bunch of new patrons. And I just want to say publicly, thank you to each person who signed up to the Patreon page, because I know these people are the kind of people who are really serious about growing and developing in their skill to use their voice, not just for singing. I say this all the time, but it's not just for singers. If you understand your voice better, you can speak better. You can communicate more effectively. You can have a thought process on top of your emotional connection to words that you either speak or sing. So thank you so much again to all the patrons. It's very exciting to have lots of patrons. There's a tier where people can just give $1 a month or something to support the channel, and I really appreciate that. There are some people like that. I have some I call them iMembers, Apple reference, who pay $5 a month, and for that they get a weekly podcast, exclusive podcast that talks about all kinds of voice-related things. And then I have a $15 tier which is called iMember Pro, and for that people get access to the Voice Matters video series as well. Now that's really where the value starts coming in. So if you're really serious about your voice, you should really consider doing that. It's coaching that people pay thousands of dollars for, that you can get for $15 a month, right? And then I'm very excited to announce that my newest tier on Patreon, which I call iMember Pro Max, is a tier where you can get an exclusive hour with me every month. Right, so whether you're in the States or in a different part of South Africa, and we do it on a video call, or whether you can come into my studio or whatever, there's an hour a month where I will give my full attention to you, your story, your needs, things that you are trying to conquer or work through, questions you might have. So I'm excited to announce that I also have a few new members on that tier on Patreon from different parts of the world, which is very exciting. So yeah, that's one of the exciting things that's been happening here at our company. And then another thing is I was commissioned towards the end of last year to write original songs, 8 original songs for a local high school's production. It's like a whole school production. That means all the students in the schools are going to be involved. And that's a really big ask. We have actually the full staff, academic staff are on board because everybody is needed for logistics, and then also a core staff that are actually coaching the actors, the dancers and the singers. But we also have group items where a whole year group or grade group goes up on stage at the same time. So for those songs I had to coach the young people, so I'd have maybe 180 8th graders in a gym hall on a Monday morning for an hour, and I have to teach them the song that I wrote for them. So it was a really exciting process to write songs that will help tell the story of the script that I was given, and also to make the songs appropriate for each age group, in terms of their voices. What is a typical 13, 14-year-old in grade 8? What are their capabilities with their voice? And also content-wise, like 11th or 12th grade student can deal with some lyrical / storyline content that is a bit more mature than somebody who's 13 or 14, etc. So there were many parameters that guided my composition process. So I really enjoyed this first phase of teaching everybody the songs. I also have a little vocal ensemble. I chose 27 singers out of the whole school, out of everybody who auditioned, to make a vocal ensemble. They're my coach at a different time, because we are going to go into the studio in 2 weeks' time, here in March, and we are going to lay down tracks. We're going to record the vocals to all this music so we can play that over the sound system in the theater when the show is running. So that's really exciting. Some solo bits in there, some ensemble bits, some guys only, some girls only, some 4-part arrangements. Very exciting, and I've been really loving working with the young people of Hoërskool Linden, which is Afrikaans for Linden High School here in Joburg. And then at the same time, I'm also working with Audio Monster Studio, who's a production house, to produce tracks. So we have some musicians in Brazil and in Venezuela and from all different parts of the world playing instruments, the instrumentalists on these tracks. So we're building the tracks now so we can do the recordings, and putting the whole thing together is just really, really exciting. And it's the kind of work that I love. And it's a specialized skill that I've been able to develop over more than 30 years of doing this kind of thing. And then the last thing I want to mention, which is very exciting, is in 2019, I had my first KariSma Choir Spectacular, a big choir festival here in Randburg in Johannesburg. And then I was going to do that again in 2020, and of course I couldn't, and neither could I do it in 2021. So we had the second annual KariSma Choir Spectacular in 2022 here in Randburg. And then I thought it's time for me to try and realize the dream that I've had for a long time, to take this concept to the countryside, to the smaller towns, to the more remote places in South Africa where people maybe do not have as much access to regular teaching and coaching and exposure to these kinds of things. So I'm very delighted. I did a little trip to a city called Polokwane up north, close to the northern border of South Africa, and there's some marketing, and the people were very keen. The people of that area are beautiful people, and they have such a desire, and they try on their individual capacity all around town. They try to do something positive with choral music education, but they are so delighted, and so am I, that I'm coming there, and we're going to bring them all together and have a whole week of education, master classes, workshops, conductors training, and then big choir festivals at the end of the week. So really looking forward to that coming up in April. So yeah, just wanted to let you know there's all sorts of things going on at our company. It's not just the YouTube channel, but I'm very grateful for all the work that I have, all the opportunities I get to try and impact people's lives in a positive way through the powerful medium of the performing arts, the human voice, and everything related to that. So yeah, keep an eye out for the next monthly update in about a month. And hopefully I have more to report then, and I can tell you how some of these things turned out. And yeah, please check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description below this video. And please consider becoming a patron and enriching yourself, investing in yourself. Also, there's a link to our website. You can check that out to tell you more about what we do. You can reach me via email through the website, etc. So good times. Thank you for checking in today. Please share this video with someone you think will benefit from it. And until we speak again, please take care of yourself. Before you go, let me just take an opportunity to remind you of my Patreon page, KariSma Performing Arts Patreon page. That's for people like you who are really serious about developing your voice, enhancing your ability to communicate more effectively using your voice, whether it's for speaking or singing. Patreon, check it out. The link is in the description.